All right, cool. So, yeah, let's get going here. I haven't done this in a while. There you go. Look at that. I have a different shirt on. Isn't that just magical? So now I'm pretty convinced that this is my job. Okay. And I like the fact that people are saying that other things that other people are saying are somewhat resonating with the story I'm creating as I go. So, like, here we are. Made a giant discovery there. I think that it's not ridiculous to believe in a higher self. A lot of people, believe in a higher self. Now, what if you could define your higher self through these signs and symbols you keep seeing, and it's undeniable that they're there, and if you can convince yourself that somehow you're connected to it, it's hard to disprove or deny. But then if you actually say to yourself, wait a second, now I'm meant to see these things. And then you're meant to do the math and you're meant to see all the about the energy and everything. You see how it's all related. And I'm already the only one talking about dimensions like I talk about dimensions, so I'm like, okay, I'm meant to do this. But to be able to actually, I believe that I've found the dimension that our higher self lives in. You have to understand this. We are third dimensional Earth. It is our fourth age. We are evolving to the 5D consciousness, but we're not. That's a stepping stone. In order to evolve from 3D Earth in the fourth age to 5D Earth, you have to understand Armageddon consciousness of 3 makes 4 makes 5 makes 6 makes 7, which is huge now. Okay, so I've defined the dimensions on my board as zeroth dimension is like, a dot. It's a singularity. It's 69. It's the circled 8. It's a triple 8, kind of stuff like that. 1D is line, 2D is plane, 3D is volume, 4D is time, 5D is love, 6D is ego, 7D is nothing, 8D is infinite. I know that ninth dimension is balance. Okay, nines cancel, 9 code. I believe the 10th dimension is the evolution of the physical earth, meaning the bubble grows in size because everyone else's consciousness bubble is going to merge into the same reality because I'm incepting an idea into you that I have been incepted by everything around me. Okay? Like, how do I best say this? Everything you see in DC, Washington DC, is not satanic. It is divine symmetry of sacred geometry. And when you wake up to the creation numbers, you understand it's telling a story. And they are really hardcore telling stories right now. Like blasting every genre of everything with forever with just too much creation code. Okay, it's undeniable. And okay, so if the 10th dimension is the evolution of our bubble, like growing from a 1 to a 1 with like 110, they're going from a 1 to 110. It's like you're bringing balance with you. You're bringing over the next dimension. Okay, this is my bubble doesn't mean shit all that I'm more special to you. All it means is that I picked up on the code to save all of us. Cool? To evolve your mind by listening to a story. Okay? Literally, I do believe that this is my bubble and it's nothing special. You're a fucking bubble in a battery. We are all a bubble under the water in a battery, and we're sharing a collective consciousness. Maybe we're all part of the same big bubble, okay? But let's just say that think of a bubble within a bubble. We are all little tiny bubbles within a giant bubble. And I think what I just did is my bubble grew to be the same size as the bubble I'm in. And my consciousness evolved like that because of the inception, okay? The job of the Anglos, the job of the Logans, okay? Not the Masons. That doesn't make any sense. And if it doesn't make any sense, they are not speaking in truth and they understand the numerical karma value of karma. And I think that if they continue to do what they do and enslave us, because time's up on that, bad stuff's gonna happen. To them, not to you. It's not your Armageddon. Your Armageddon is knowledge and like, wow, it's literally understanding the concept of a higher self. Okay, our higher self is living in fourth dimensional Earth. They don't have a Saturn matrix. We're in third dimensional Earth in a Saturn matrix, but they're in fourth dimensional Earth in a Jupiter matrix. Okay, it's a Trinity matrix to them. Okay, they have less chakras in their flesh and more outside their flesh. Imagine that. They have to be more intellectual to understand this. If I understand what I understand, they have to understand what they know, and they're smarter, and it's probably harder to understand a giant or matrix guy. The other thing flipped, okay? I'm very dry. I'm Canada dry. I'm kind of dark. I don't make you feel good sometimes when I speak, because the truth hurts, right? And I don't feel anything anymore, meaning like nothing surprises me anymore, because I can't go any lower, and I'm not breaking any rules doing what I'm doing. So it's cool and all. But like, think about it, guy. I have to be the most like them, okay, to find the person the most like me over there. Okay, does that make sense? They're my higher self. The gender will be reversed in the flesh, okay? We share a cosmic link, and I think their world needs us as much as our world needs them. As in, we need cellular energy or wireless energy in our bubble, which will expand to their bubble because they already have it. But I think what happened is when they got that gift, I think they went infertile. And I guess that we might go infertile too, but I don't think so. I think that once you start, like, I don't think so because we're gonna get the perks of their previous evolutions. We're like something else bad is gonna happen. You can't act in ego all the time. So if you don't get your ego in check now, when we evolve, yeah, maybe you just maybe you're rejected from my bubble. Ever think of that? It works both ways. Bubbles can enter a big bubble, and little bubbles can exit a big bubble. Okay, so like just be on board with this. Okay, so like the 10th dimension is the evolution of the bubble. Okay, meaning that I'll show you right now. This is the 10th dimension. I prepared it. Okay, I'm hoping that is wait. I have to hit this one. Good. So the reason I did this, hold on a second, is because I took the UN logo, okay, and again, I find it very interesting. There's like a Middle America connection, and there's a Vancouver connection, and I find that very interesting that there's a lot of space here. Maybe this map's not the same as the other map, but the other map looked a little bit more. I must have took a wrong one or whatever, but anyways, so I took this and I took it out. Okay, this is at 100% scale. This will be New Earth. Now, New Earth is not rotated yet 90 degrees. Okay, it'll be rotated 90 degrees, and that's what it'll look like on a 2D map later. I believe. All of our crap's going to be here. Okay, again, 100% over here. This is 60%. This is 33%, and this is 7% because I can't do decimals in Paint. And I think they're going to be as close as they can either in like I don't know if that will fit in the cell here. I think this might be too big to squeeze all in here, and I didn't want to like actually put it in the cell, but you understand that the bubble will get bigger. It should be a round circle around everything. So this will fit either in here, and this will either fit in here, or they will be side by side like this with a bunch of little islands. I think there'll be a yellow brick road. I think that all of the dimensions lower than this dimension are literally going to be like probably like little islands connecting us with no life on them. I think it creates space for life from here, and life from here to play around on and evolve. That's just I don't think there's going to be like peoples here. I think they're too low, and I think there'll be a lot of precious metals on here. A lot. Because I think that one iteration of the Earth, someone somewhere built a battery with like silver and gold water, but they didn't put like salt and minerals in it. That's why I think you need to put everything in it. I think you need like water from the Dead Sea, and you need like a chunk of silver, chunk of copper, chunk of steel, chunk of gold. You need like chunks of stuff. You need to like fill up everything you possibly can into that water, because once you're doing electrolysis to it, you'll be releasing the atoms from the samples in the reservoir to the rest of the water, which goes into the bubble guy and affects the consciousness of the reality that lives inside. So this looks all pretty neat. Like I'd be cool with this being inside here and this kind of like condensing as much as it can to fit in here. This could be like a supercontinent, you know? Like if you had to condense all this land mass, okay, into here, who's to say that you know, who's to say that you won't have a big, another like Asia or something, with like lakes and stuff inside and everything, like what if it like really, really was like, but it's still, again, this original one is still gonna have to be 60-40, 60-33 split. So the total amount of land of solid here will still be a 60 to their 33. But I mean, it'll cram it all in here maybe. Like I don't know how much like math. I don't know what it is. What is 1/8? Oh, like I don't know how much land and water percent. I'm pretty sure I can Google it. Like how much? Damn it. There. 71% guy. 1 of 7 backwards? Okay, what does that mean? 29% water. Okay, so if we have 29% water, and they're 1/8 of that, no, wait, sorry, 29% earth, 29% land, and an eighth. What is that? What is that? 29 times, oh, fuck, just a 1/8, okay, 0.125 times 29% land, 3.625. Oh, no. Oh no, it's the other way around. Shit. So okay, if they're 29% land, you have to multiply it by 8 for an eighth of the space. 232. Oh my god, 322 guy. Oh shit, guy. Oh shit, guy. That means that I think it's 322 of 360 because this is a whole. You know what I'm saying? I think this is 322. Oh, sorry. Well, the 13th Fibonacci would be 233. If you add the plus 1 to be 233. So I think that makes sense. 1 of 7 of 13. The 13th Fibonacci is 233. So I think that this is going to be, the percentage of land is going to be 233 divided by 360. It's going to be 64.7%. It's going to be an 8-bit cell, 0.7222222. And 7 and 2 are the seam in the proper numerical order. It goes 1 0 8 9 2 7 6 5 4 3. So this is interesting. So it's going to be about 64% land. So in here, like let's just go back here and go Control Z, Control. Okay, so if this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and I'd say that probably these two are equal to this one, and like it'd be 2/3 of this. So it'd be like, you know, oh crap. Let's do line. Let's just do like the simplest case, okay? Like 64%, sorry. So like let's just say that it was like, like this much land and lakes and stuff in that space. And let's do a little bit outside because like it's not like symmetrical and there's lakes in here, let's say. So like imagine that. Imagine that's where that goes, and then this stuff would be like, an island. And that'd be New Earth. But like who knows, maybe it doesn't even change size. Maybe it doesn't go like this. Maybe this is wrong. Okay? Still interesting to think. And then you still have your gold. Where is it? Is there a spray can? Is that even on this? I don't even know. Okay, well, let's just use that, and then, like let's mention like little. These are all the other places. Go to like Middle America or something up the Mississippi. The Mississippi will just open a bit, and then from BC we'll have like a bunch of little islands like this, and then from here to here we'll have a bunch of little islands. Because it makes what I'm showing you here. Okay, it makes. Ah, it, uh, uh, it makes this the Trinity. The three is the one, the big deal about everything everywhere all the time. Okay, and if 3 is the 1, and you're making a 3 is the 1, where are you making it? You're making it in the 9 quadrant, guy. You're making it in the 9 quadrant. The balance quality, like the 9 by 9 matrix, the balance. Holy shit, guy. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and the whole thing would be a 1. Is that 369 code? Huh. 3, 7? Like, fuck, 1 of 7 of 13. It definitely looks to me like 1 of 7 of 13 of 100 and 0, like 110 or something. This definitely has a lot of symmetry with it, whatever I've been talking about the whole time. Now, I do believe that, okay, so this is the 10th D, okay? It's the space changing in the bubble, okay? Which means that the 11th dimension now, it has to be equal to family. Because what has 1 done? 1 has taken ownership of, well, that's cool. Sorry. Let's leave that, like, you know. 1 has taken, I suck. 1 has taken ownership of the bubble, okay? Has become the 1. The 10th D is the space. The 11th D is the family, okay? Like my family, literally. I think my wife's name, I think my name, I think my kids' names are very significant. I think the fucking pets are significant as the spirit animals of my higher self. Like, I don't think I'm their higher self. I think my dog and cat are, or like her dog and my cat are their higher selves, but I have a link to her dog through my dog because of, I don't know, some kind of dog power and some kind of cat power because literally, like, think about it. 101 Dalmatians, when they lose their dog, they start barking and they do like the barking chain. And dog next door barks. They're talking. They know what's up. I think they're the higher selves of a more intellectual species, and they're our slaves. Okay, we enslave them, and I think the same thing goes on over there. You're probably like an animal spirit is from that. Like there's lots of animals, guy. That's why there's lots of zodiacs and stuff. That's why there's rules. You have to understand the rules, play by the rules of life to understand the game of creation. So if the 11th dimension is the family, because I do think that original Earth is my womb, guy. It's my cell. If it's my cell, it's my womb. If it's my womb, everyone's a Kevin. But the subconscious of my maze. Go watch Inception again and again. The subconscious of my maze is her. Everyone's subconscious, like everyone, everything that's here is a manifestation of her subconscious because she blacked out when she got hit by the mind blast that I created further ahead in time. It's time travel, guy. It's thinking what your higher self is up to, and that's time travel. And I think that I'm connecting with my higher self on the fact that I'm looking at the way I'm decoding my matrix, and I'm starting to see a completely new way, a backwards way. Okay? Because we live in a world of duality. Okay? If we're up all day, they're up all night, etc. If we had a great light to rule the day and a great light to rule the night, they had a great light to rule the night, a great light to rule the day. It's the same thing, just you got to look at it differently. And I think I found the 4th dimension and the 7th dimension. That's the 3rd and the 8th. And I think we're going to, again, what I wrote in the other thing. I'd rather go over it. I'd rather go over it. I want to see myself shaking my hand. Okay, so the 9th dimension is balance. The 10th dimension is Earth cell evolution. Okay, 11th D is family. I think it's like my family because it's my bubble. Okay, and I do think that like everything that they create is like it's shot at Kevin because I'm the decoder. Like literally, it's a shot. Okay, and they're saying all this Austin shit, and they think this Austin guy's all big deal and everything. This Austin guy is the one who left. Probably his wife because she was infertile, guy. Because I have my cat fixed. Who knows? Maybe he's infertile too. I don't know if her dog is fixed. Anyways, so we do this all simultaneously. So We typically go by first name, last name. They go by probably like first, middle, last. That's why she probably sees Kevin Janik everywhere. Every once in a while, Kevin John Janik. Okay, and that's like our 2-3 connection. Okay, so these are the dimensions I want to talk about. Okay, so if they have an 8D, we have an 8 dimensions because 8th dimension is the infinite. We're learning about the infinite. We're learning about going in and out of the plane. We're learning about the 4 Saturn matrix and going in and out of the Saturn matrix. Okay, we're learning about the Mandelbrot set of reality. The bubbles within bubbles within bubbles. Okay, what are your matter made of? What are you made out of? You're made of like molecules of atoms, and they're all separated by bubbles, guy. Electron shells. The shells. It's a shell game. Russian dolls. The 12th dimension. If the 11th dimension is like my family and this is my bubble, and you guys think like, whoa, he's egotistical, fuck you. Okay? The 12th dimension is my extended family. When you go to a party, you bring a +1, and I'm bringing all of y'all because that's the way I think it works. This is the divine inception. This is what they want me to see. Nothing special. I'm the decoder. You don't want to be the decoder. If you want to be the decoder, you're going to literally have a chance maybe to work with your higher self to create one after I blow my wife up with a cellular energy battery mind blast and she shits her pants and I think the shit's going to turn to gold. Okay? If the Candida albicans inside of us are the virus, and humans are a virus because they're controlled like a puppet on strings. Pinocchio, I got no strings, means you've unlocked cellular energy, cellular earth. You've unlocked evolution of consciousness. You can see it in the mathematics. You can see it in the numbers. And I don't know if it's actually building the device and turning it on, Mind Blast of black holeness, that kills off the Candida albicans, which is the black goo inside of the aliens in X-Files. It's just a metaphor, guy. But I just did the, what's it called, Matthew Good song, and it says, turning shit into solid gold. Imagine, what would be a better reward than ridding yourself of the old yeast, the bad yeast, the bacteria that's been like inside of you. Like people might shit like 50 pounds of shit. Like it all comes out. You have no control, guy. It could be like shit demons, like dogma, but it's not gonna be demons. It's just gonna be like, oh my god, like oh my god. And then imagine it all turns to gold. So like, yeah, money. What's that? Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. You know, Elton John. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, Wizard of Oz. What does it mean? Is it goodbye or follow? Is there going to be like islands of gold or like really intensifiedly rich soil? And are we humans going to learn something from the movie Avatar and not fucking see new land filled with minerals and shit and then just decide to rape it all and steal all the islands or something or fucking go like bananas or not even tell the rest of the goy that that even exists and then they're going to go in and take all the wealth or something and keep slaving us. You understand? Like that will not be allowed to happen. If that's the case and people are going to be nefarious after this beautiful like evolution of consciousness and understanding of the great deception happens. If anyone is going to act falsely, I hope to God their bubble leaves my bubble. They are not Kevin enough to stay here, and certainly not Alex enough. It's the Citadel of Rick, guy. It's another metaphor. It's mythology. They're creating the mythology as we go. I'm decoding it real time. It's pretty freaking fabulous, guy. Think about it. It's nuts. Okay? Why why do they create what they create half the time? Half the time, every time I see, I'm like, why is this even created? Why is this even made? Okay, and we're going. Okay, remember, every dimension you go to. Okay, so if the 12th dimension are you guys, my extended family. Okay, I'm trying to impart. I'm trying to tell you how to do this. Okay, but in order to do this, I think I literally need to make this and make this happen, like here. And once everyone sees it, and it's not seeing to believing it. It's it's in the air tonight, Phil Collins guy. It's gonna be in the air. You can cut the cords off all your shit. You're not gonna need fucking cords anymore to power anything. It's gonna be a frequency in the air. That's what's gonna drive the Candida albicans out of you. It's gonna be a fucking frequency that's all around you all the time. And if anyone fucking destroys that battery, we fall again. Back into darkness. Because our power source is turned off. You only need one, I think. But like, you know, you don't because I think if you make more, then you're a little bit safer. But then you get more bubbles and more land, and your galaxy grows. Your galaxy grows. It's like universe is coming because literally you're going to be coming because you made it. Your verse is going to come and fucking show up in the waters. Not only yours, but four others. It works like that. Like, and not just four. If your family has like 8 kids or something, the matrix numbers are going to be different. For your higher self that you will, I don't know, maybe astral travel with and see what's going on in a higher dimension. It's not going to be the same. Everything's going to be a unique creation, and we're going to keep adding and adding and adding to our bubble. But literally, we're building the citadel of Kevin. It's like my womb. But in order for this to start, in order for it to be in the air tonight, I think my wife needs to give birth to all y'all by being the first to be mind blasted to conjure up Austin Lee Meredith at one end and Sheila and Amber Graves at the other end. Or Austin Lee Graves. Lag. It's taking a long time. Gas. Gas slag. Slag. We need to drudge up some slag. Anyways, it's just all hilarious. Come on, they worship attack. I can't get over that. They worship attack. Um, It's just so. And again, the 12th dimension only means a 13 by 13 matrix, and a 13 by 13 matrix, I already have it defined. Thanks to Radiohead, because they defined it for me. This is your 13 by 13 right here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sure. 13 by 13 quadrant. There's 4 of them. So it's going to be a 13 to the middle and a 13 to the middle. So you're going to have a 13 and 12. It's going to be a 25D cell. No, a 20. It's it's going to be a it's going to be a 13 and a 12 to make a 25, which means a 24D cell. This is the 24th dimension. Or the 42nd dimension, guy? We're going to be one of 4 because we're going to be showing up here. There's going to be another landmass worth of mass here, another landmass worth of mass here, and then all the previous n minus landmasses islands. Probably this many islands, like 13 times 13 many islands. What is that, 152 or something? 169. It's going to make 169, guy. It's going to make a 115. You know, circled, 116 lines. Genesis 1, guy. Again, by working with my higher self in a different dimension, going from 4D to 7D, which is funny because 7-4 is God. And I think I made a reference between 3-5 is like 320. I think I did that earlier, so it's like tack. Like literally, we're their God and they're our God, okay? Just and the whole thing about the cats and dogs, yeah, I do believe this because there's two land masses coming up. Fucking 169. There's 2 land masses coming up. Okay, there's gonna be one at 33% and one at 6.667%. Okay, like literally cats and dogs, and we're considered foxes. 666 carbon is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. We're carbon-based life forms. Wake up, we're the fox. 20th century fox, foxy lady, and the soul. This is my womb. This is my matrix. This is my maze. This is Radiohead's maze. That's my maze. That fits into here down here. I've done videos on that, but who cares? And they're color coded, and they make M's and shit, and it's all rather interesting. But understanding their 11th dimension, okay, is understanding their 12 by 12. Okay, making a new one with it, with our dimension, is definitely making a circle 12, which is a 13. coming together with 4 possible realities in this 42 matrix definitely evolves us to a 25 by 25 grid, seen here, which is a 24D matrix, or is it a 42-dimensional matrix? And it's infinite, guy. It's like Madrigal. It's infinite into plane and out of the plane. Okay? It's literally, that's how it goes. Those are the dimensions now. Okay? You have dots, lines, planes, volume. 4D is time. It's the center of our 9 by 9 matrix. Fifth dimension is love. Sixth dimension is ego. Seventh dimension is nothing. Eighth dimension is infinite. Ninth dimension is balance. 10th dimension is bubbles. I don't know, cellular space. 11th dimension is family of the, I don't know, owner of the cell. Fuck, like, family of the incepted member of the cell. You know what I mean? I'm like, I see the idea now. I saw it in everything before. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what it meant. Didn't know what it meant. Now I know what it means, I think. It's evolution of consciousness. And I have to prove what they already know. And what they already know is because they've been putting it in everything. In every freaking lyric, down to like the detail guy. Why are song lyrics so weird? Go listen to my likes. Go listen to Matthew Good and shit. Like, I don't know. Like, go listen to Indestructible or Apparitions guy. Alert status red, you know? This was nuts with the friggin' hexagram show going and retardedness. Symbolistic white walls are fucking bubbles, guy. The song Symbolistic White Walls means the invisible bubbles that we don't account for in this reality. But in Sheila and Amber Meredith's reality of subtraction and division, they have to subtract all the plus ones from everything because all the plus ones in their reality are always counted. Where we are basically retarded to bubbles in this reality. We don't count the plus ones, we don't understand cellular math in that regard. When we derived it on the matrix the way I derived it, we need to account for the plus ones, and that's where the circling of shit happens. They just picked up on the fact that they had to subtract the bubbles. We just picked on the fact that we had to add the bubbles. I think I'm all over the place. I don't even know. But like right here. Okay, so it's 8D or 9 because it's 9 by 9 matrix. And they have an 11D or 12 because it's a 12 by 12 matrix. Now, 9 and 12 is 21 is KJ. It's my, like, that's my 2 connection to their, ALM or SAG or, ALG. So I think I said it wrong in the video. I said 8D and 11D to like 19D, but it's like doubly circled, I'd say. And that's like an SS because like, 19 twice would be like an SS, I'd say. Or 19D plus 2, which would be F. 19F, and then, or a 21D, you know? Just because you add the plus 1 of the brackets. And then I took the small d and I said, everything's backwards. So I think that like maybe it goes uppercase and lowercase. It goes number, uppercase, lowercase, let's say. It's backwards guy. So I said take up to 21, and then the d I said 4d instead. I took the lower dimension of d and the number to replace it with the middle because I made a v guy. So I think it is. I think it goes like number at the tip, lowercase, and then uppercase. I mean number. Sorry, fuck. Number, uppercase, lowercase. So the lowercase is the strongest, it's the highest dimension, like, or the lowest dimension. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even gonna explain it. This is how I did it by drawing it. I took that D and put it in a bracket 4D. So essentially you have a 25 in brackets with keep your D, because dimension is always capital D, right? And then because we're always adding the plus one. I used to think it was 26D, but 26D doesn't make sense. We have to absorb it. So I absorb the plus 1 to make 24D. Okay, because a 25, again, a 9 by 9 is an 8-bit cell. A 12 by 12 is an 11-bit cell. A 25 by 25, like a 13 by 13 is a 12D cell. A 25 by 25 is a 24D cell. Makes sense. We're in like the world of 42. You got the plan for chair with, the 42. It just makes sense to me. So then I said the 24D makes the 13 by 13 matrix. as each quadrant on a 25 by 25 matrix. We figure out the Saturn matrix in 3D. They need to figure out the Jupiter matrix in 4D. I think this is true. Now, if you like the fun for me, this is a song about Kevin because it's fun for me doing what I'm doing, I guess. We got to get out of this place. You're not going anywhere, guy. If you want to get like they're telling you the backwardsness of life. They're telling you you want to get your bubble out of my bubble. You don't want that. Now, here's another thought I had. Remember thinking about Antarctica, and I think that when you understand the cellular nature of Earth before the time and you were told it and you use it to further your own gain by making it easier to be within abundance for yourself and to be as far from lack as possible because of creation code and you're like profiting from it, I think you literally fall, which means your bubble falls into this bubble. Now maybe that's what's going on in Antarctica with the other like places you can't go, and maybe there's a little like in those soldiers in China and stuff. Like I'm thinking that you fall, and then I think when the one makes the realization and the Earth age goes to the fifth age and we evolve, maybe all the previous bubbles that are in here, like already defined bubbles that are like literally continents, get like flushed out. So like when a big giant swarm of like 8 billion goi and all their bubbles come into the bubble, the shitty bubbles that are inside leave to go back to sleep or something. Anyways, we got to get out of this place as retarded. Don't think that. This is awesome. Fighting trousers guy. All right, some Bob Ross, Okay, faith. Like we come one guy. Listen to this again. We're brand new years. I listened to this for brand new years. Six underground. Like, you kidding me, right? Again, the golden path is just way too synchronistic for you not to watch. Do it again. Evolve. Okay, the four rooms was hilarious. The fact of the matter is, you're here. Four rooms, guys. Four rooms. I'm talking about 42 code, okay? Four rooms. Like, I literally, it was, I put it in, but I didn't watch it yet. I don't want to watch it. I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm just, anyways. Yeah, I bleed. Like, it literally is talking about me bleeding. It's like my cell bleeding. Yeah, watch this. Like you have a left side and a right side, and there's symmetry because it's like a parallel world with your higher self. But not only that, you're not even bringing up your higher self. There's like another version of your higher self. I literally think that one of the islands will be like my firstborn, and the second island will be my secondborn. And like literally, my youngest is the god of my oldest, and my oldest is the god of mommy and daddy's cell. Even though it's not even us. I think there's more even. There's probably more to the story. It's I That's what I think the lifesaver is. It's like literally like closing a loop of a umbilical cord, a spiritual umbilical cord. And I think like bringing it to light, bring it into the visual light spectrum, and allowing everyone else within this new Earth the chance to evolve as well and bring up their genesis. It's all about their genesis. Your genesis, guy. You to like even if you don't have kids or can't have kids or don't want kids and all that stuff, you are still part of the n minus one. Like you're still part of your parents' genesis. It's like maybe in the story they're creating the battery, which you were part of. Like you don't gotta everyone in the family have to create a battery. I think if like, you're from a genesis, like come on, think of ancestry. If like you're like this many percentages of all these different things, and somebody creates a battery, maybe like a certain percentage of like doppelganger yous are gonna show up. Okay, like literally. Oh, I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of Kevins. Mm. It's what we are. We're the equivalent of Mortys. Okay, the Kevins are the dumb ones, and the Alexes are the enlightened ones. I think she knows something deep down inside. I think it's like the X-Files. I think it's like Sam. Mulder's sister Sam gets abducted by aliens, and he's the one in the show that is trying. I think what they're doing is his family, his dad was definitely part of something big with the top secret Mason shit in the government. Okay, he knows the whole cellular nature. He knows about the aliens guy and the bubbles. So his kids don't, but maybe they took the daughter and brought her into the fold and didn't take the son and left him out of the fold. And I think what the Masons thought, or the Anglos thought, was that they could somehow condition one of their own to become and wake up to be the one, and they were hoping Mulder would be the one, but he's never going to do it. And it's the blood. Sorry, I didn't do the blood yet. The blood is important, okay? Because everything you've learned about blood is wrong. And this is why I think this is why what the doctor person was very intrigued about what I had to say about the blood. Fucking loser of life. Sorry. You know, I'm on go-go mode. Okay, so all right, what did we have for the first stage of the Earth? We had A blood. Not only so, first stage of the Earth, we had A blood, but it was A negative, guy. How the fuck do you think that a plus sign would come before a negative sign? There's less negatives because it's older. The new generation always tries to wipe out the old generation of Neanderthal, don't they? The second age of the Earth would be the B. So you'd have the A negative and the B negatives now. The third age of the Earth would have created. Got one group, now we have two groups. How many do you think are next? 4. Because when you take an A and a B in a circle, you create. You always take what you had before. Maybe the negatives are one side of the bracket and the other side of the bracket, or the circle that goes around it. You need two types of blood to be both negative to complete a circle, right? And when you complete a circle, you get O negative blood. And once you have O negative blood, you obviously have it contained AB, and that is generation of AB negative blood. Third age. Now the fourth age of the Earth. What is that? Oh, I forgot. Saturn matrix. We're in third dimensional Earth in the Saturn matrix program. We have to learn about duality, really. So that's the creation of the positive. So then you had A negative is the oldest, B negative is second oldest. I guess like O negative, comma, AB negative would be the third oldest. And then fourth oldest, you'd have A positive, B positive, O positive, and AB positive. What is our blood called? Right hand of God. Like I said, I think we're going to be introducing a left hand blood. And like a middle blood or a balanced blood. BB. Kill Bill. Bill and Beatrice and BB. Balanced blood. Balanced blood. So not only will we have an RH, we'll have 4 groups of positive, and negative. Who's to say how many of these guys have? I'm going to assume just because you can't, oh, wow, you can't ever really know. You can only make assumptions and see if your assumptions can be proven right or wrong. It's an argument from ignorance. What does that make? A circle 12, which is equivalent to a 13. If the positives are created only at the fourth age of every world, because remember the fourth place that spawns the Golden Islands, I think it's just going to be solids. I don't think it's going to be whatever liquids and whatever, maybe plant life and shit. I don't think it's going to have people because we're in 3D reality. I think we can only have 3 dimensions of people on the first iteration. Now that all those yellow brick roads are there, maybe like the next generation that spawns off of the 3 continents outwards with 444 and 444, like right there, right hand, left hand, BB. I think then the road, the golden brick road, gets extended divinely, symmetry over however it works, and I do believe that you get more peoples. Like we won't be in the n plus we won't be in n plus 3. We went from n plus 4. We learned about a 1 by 9 to get all the way back to n plus 3. That's n plus 3 reality, but we're going to have 3 n plus 3 realities. No. I guess we're going to have like an n plus 3, n plus 4, n plus 5 reality. because each one's a god for the other one. Well, if that's the case, if we have n plus 3, n plus 4, n plus 5, 7 and 5 is 12. It's 12 again. So like, so and if this takes 4 generations and this happens on the first generation, it's kind of like your 4 and your 1 again. It's like, it's kind of like your 4 and your 1 again. You're 14, and you have like a bunch of them. So again, I'm kind of stupefied by the repeating pattern of this. Okay, like it's just, you see what it's the I don't know how to explain this. Like the LH people, I think are gonna have O blood, guaranteed. I think they'll be exactly the same as our O blood because you have to circle. I don't care. Like fuck, these guys might have C and D blood, and these guys might have like E and F blood, but they're still gonna have O, and they're gonna have EFs, and these guys are still gonna have O, but they're gonna have CD blood because we're going from a third dimensional Saturn matrix. Ah, that's wrong. Yeah, we're going from a third dimensional Saturn matrix, which means the other people are going from a. No, this is. I want to say this is DC. Okay, well, it's either this or it's DC, and they're gonna have an O and a DC blood. Or maybe they'll have all of them. Maybe they'll have a B, an A, an O, and a BA blood, which will be different than AB blood. But you see, everyone's going to have an O because everyone's going to make a circle on the third generation. Boom, right here. Of their Earth. You know? And these are 8 types. Okay, like that's 8 types of blood, 8 types. So you're going to have 8 types. So, 8, I'm assuming 8. But really, because you're going to have an O, yeah, you're only going to have 6 different types. Yeah. And then here, same thing. It doesn't matter what the letters are. You're only going to have 6 different types. So together, we're going to have 14 and 6, which is 20. You're going to have 20 different blood types in 5D Earth? Or 5th Age? Let's just say 5th Age, Golden Age Earth. That makes sense. We have 8. They won't bring an O as new, but they'll bring other ones as new, and the other ones will bring other ones as new. But everyone's gonna have a. That's how you get an O. That's why O is the oldest speed. That's why O. There, fine. I said it was A the oldest. A the oldest? No, fuck that. It's like chicken the egg again. Who's to say A is the oldest? Okay, like it could be in a C, it could have been an E, it could have been a D, it could have been a B, right? There's always an O. O is oldest blood because it comes from every species of alien. Ha! Guy. Of humanoid or whatever. Fuck, we're going from 8 to 20 and the difference is 12. Yeah. Yeah, in the air tonight, guy. Listen to Rush Natural Science, please. My friend Eben, sounds like Kevin, 333. I'm Canadian. Oh god, shitisms guy. Council of Ricks guy. Empty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I think I'm blasted. I'm blasted. I am mind the fuck blasted. So what? I don't even know why. I don't know. Oh, I don't want to see that. You go away. What is this? Howdy. Howdy. How do I make this not? I don't want to see that. You go away, you. Go away. There. Look at this. I'm even trying to be nice today. Look at that. Can you friggin' believe it? Oh, but like I have the most terrible ancient mouse. Alright, so like what's going on here? How do I go up? Man, this shit is deep. It does make sense. Wow, people, you actually think it makes sense? You know, if someone ever breaks the fucking battery, guy, I think like our magnetic field of energy stops. I don't think we like fall right away. You know, detach from the bubble. We might, but I mean like I think that we would start to die until we turned it back on. So I hope there's hope in that mentality. But I mean, I don't know about this guy. I don't know. I think that anything that happens and they report on in the news, you should be wary and discern completely. No, yeah, cells within cells is it's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, if I get a chance to code this, okay, you go watch this, everybody. It's called cells within cells within cells within cells from, and they're showing you the landscape and everything looks like hexagrams, guy. You know why everything looks like hexagrams? Because probably devolves into hexagrams after this iteration. Okay. Oh my God. That's Chilean ambergris spirit animal, and it just doesn't give a fuck. Sure. Okay, that's why I'm up all night. Anyways, cells within cells within cells within cells means that every time we activate a new device on Earth, it's not gonna build buildings in cells. It's gonna bring cellular land masses to the ever evolving new Earth. And I hope to God every time it happens we don't shit our pants. Like I think that there's an initial pants shittage, but like imagine you had to like redo all like people are gonna want to have like cameras and stuff for I don't know what reason. But imagine every time the bubble changed, the lens of your eye changed, but it doesn't change on the artificial stuff. I hope that doesn't happen. But nothing to do about Blade Runner is the truth, okay? It's all upside down, backwards, and flipped. You have to decode it as such, okay? Just like everything else, okay? Even the blood tests are a test. But it means the cellular evolution of the bubble of Earth when more bubble gets into the bubble. It's bubbles within bubbles within bubbles. If you build a bubble within your bubble, you're not gonna get like a tiny little bit. You're gonna get a whole Earth worth. It's gonna go like because we're all conscious bubbles. That's what we're trying to learn. We're learning about self right now. We're learning about self through like over time in space based on love and ego and balancing love and ego. It's basically like the love line in Donnie Darko. Love and hate or fear. That's a product of fear. So, and then there's nothing, which everyone does all the time. And then no one really grasps the concept of infinite. It's that infinite feedback loop. Imagine you could raise your genesis of your family in whatever mathematical pattern that may be. But in order to do that, you need to start working on a battery, like based on your name. And I still haven't got that. I don't know how to make matrices based on names and what dimension we need to start at, guy. Gives me a break. But I mean, I'm getting there every day. So it's I watched it. I liked it. It was so thick, guy. He was like put on the peanut butter like that thick on the bread. He needed more bread when that scene was like I had enough. I was like, come on, get the fuck over. I think it means the bubble and the land masses and evolution. There is no space. There is no space. You're not gonna take a fucking spaceship to space and go visit planets in space, guy. Just stop that. You're in a battery. There's water everywhere. You're 20,000 leagues under the sea. So yeah, you bring space to your Earth by being connecting over time with your higher self so that you don't have to do it alone, guy. I had to do it alone. I think the bonus to all this now is that you get like your family, your bloodline maybe. Your whole bloodline maybe can astral travel with you to work on this or something. It's like a Genesis project now of your lineage to raise who knows what kind of math. Because our Genesis one only talks about the creation of man. What's after man? Family. It doesn't talk about family. That to me would be the most like logical next step. What's after family? Oh, civilization? Like, yo, this is like we call it Earth, but you call yours Earth, and you call yours Earth, so we're gonna have to, you know, call this Earth probably some other number, and they're gonna be like, your Earth 84926B, and we'll be like, cool, we'll play nice, and hopefully no one from Earth 2698B goes and fucks around in someone else's galaxy and like breaks their cellular energy battery. We'll try not to be the assholes of the entire galaxy. So, anyway, golden shit. Like, yeah, gold. It's in everything, guys. It's in fucking Hellboy. The Golden Army. If they don't remind you of clocks and time and power, like I don't know what to say. There's so much mythology in comics. It's they're created by Masons to incept a story into us. You know, everything is a black op. Everything about everything ever made. It's literally you gotta look at it from this point of view, and it fucking makes sense. Yeah, Leahy. Yeah, shitstorm guy. This is gonna be shit in the air guy. Yeah, like attack. Like just I I like this. I did. I replied to them. I don't know if they're happening always. I don't see comments, guys. You know that? You know that? YouTube, they don't like Kevin too much, you know? I see it says like you have like two comments, and then I go to the video and I can't see any comments. So, you know, if you want to ask me why, like, I don't know, I have nothing here held to review and spam, there's none, and like there's some people that put some retarded shit that I had to get rid of, but I mean, like, I replied to your comment here and here both, guy. And those are the only two I got. If there are more, I don't know why I don't see them. But like, you know, guy, you know, like I just that's the whole part I don't like about playing with everybody else. Man, the art of duality, guy. That's the whole. That's what we're doing. It's like you have to understand duality, but choose not to use both. Like, uh, so yeah, I think okay, yeah, okay. All of you people that are here right now, you have to understand this: that you are somehow connected to your higher self in a different dimension. Okay, a different reality where you are actually probably, I think they're more ahead in time than we are. They're closer to the top. So I think that what's actually happening right now is like you have to think about like trying to get them to fix this and build this and make it work and everything. I think you're the friends of the people involved. Like there's Austin Lee Merritt and Sheila Amber Graves are the main characters, and I do think that the people involved with this right now, their higher selves are involved in this. You are already somewhat like without even knowing it, you've like put on the armor of God. You've been tackling this story with your higher self, and when you sleep at night, I don't know what the hell you dream of or anything, but I think like everyone's been telling me too much about the synchronicities, about how everything's happening, and someone says something to me, and it's bursting at the seams with synchronicities. I'm at the point where I'm at numbers and synchronicity bursting overload mode, and I gotta fucking put it together in terms of what I think's happening. And I think really connecting with my higher self and the chakra thing, that's what did it to me. The 7 in the flesh, 5 outside, and how they're probably more dry because I'm a dry son of a bitch. I'm probably very much like the aliens that are going to come here. And now if they're all like me, awesome. Be like a little scary. Have a bunch of Kevins running around. Okay, you gotta think of like your government and stuff, and they're probably thinking about it. What if this happens? We have to be militarily prepared to take over and steal resources and stuff, and not tell us about. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. There's a giant space in the Pacific Ocean that looks like a fucking womb, guy. It looks like a womb, the Pacific Ocean. It's ready. I don't think their bubbles are gonna fall out unless they're assholes and their bubbles have to go. But I mean, like, I think everyone can be copacetic here, and I think they just need to like learn humility and get rid of that ego. I know they need the ego to make money in this reality to be better than us, but like that needs to like they have been deceived. They've been acting not in truth this whole time, and I know it. I know it, guy. It's nuts. It's just yeah, it's just another resolution thing. 76 guy, yeah, like I'm numbers guy. I get it. I get it. I've been kind of numbered the shit out, but like, yeah, yeah. Rick C137. Okay, can you not see 379 code there? I don't know, guy. It's like one of 13 of 7 right off the bat, and Trinity 1 of 7 of 13 code. C137 because the dash is your 1, you know? The 7, the 13, the C is the Trinity, the 3 is a 1. Like the whole C137 craziness. It's like too perfect. 137 1. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess you're a Rick. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you gotta think it's also the other way around. Okay, like we are. Okay, our DNA is very linked to GTAC, which is very linked to cats and dogs, and I think that we all see that, right? And the two eyes, I think, are just the cat and dog observers. Here because these are their higher selves. So these are their higher selves. What are we to them? We're going to be pets. Like like we'll make great pets. We'll make great pets. We'll make great pets. Who is that? Make great pets. Fucking come on. What is this all the time? Pets song. Ah, it's like from the 90s. We'll make great. Yes, that one. Official video. Pets. No, I don't want. I want the real porno for pyros. My God. Yeah, this song. You know. Yeah, this one. Here, I'll do it again. It's at the top now. You know this? We'll make great pets, guy. You know. We are. Us in pet form is their higher self. Us in pet form, we're their higher self. And, anyways, Jane's addiction. Jane's addiction. Why did it say porno for pyros? I don't. It's porno for pyros. Oh, same singer. Perfect. Anyways, so like, I hope this made sense. Like, did this make sense, guy? Did that make sense? The blood types. I think it makes sense. O is not the oldest. O is the oldest from a point of view that every alien species has an O and an O negative blood. O negative comes before O positive. Everything goes backwards, guy. What that means is that if you are Rh negative blood, you are from your genesis is from third dimensional Earth. That means like your soul has been reincarnated in the bubble of Earth many times. Maybe when you're born, you're this is Earth bubble. When you're born, your little bubble. When you die, your little bubble goes in an infinite loop. So if you're from third dimensional Earth and we're fourth dimensional Earth, that's the aliens and the natives. The natives to me are the Rh negative. The aliens would be the Rh positive, the new generation bred from duality. And there's always going to be more of the new breed. And they're going to be a little bit more advanced, let's say, and stronger. And they might, like again, like obviously we never, like I don't want, like I think the A's have always been around, you know. Just let's not go there. I'm sure there's a mathematical formula to look at the percentage of the population of the types of bloods and kind of trace them through this lineage to see if it's like close. But like literally, again, because duality divided by 13 is 15.38%, and that's the population of Rh negative people here. Again, 13 divided by duality. Again, I did that over here. 2 over 13 15.38%. Okay? RH negatives are older than RH positives. RH positives are the new Genesis. I'm B negative, man. I'm second generation Earth. Pretty good, I guess. Okay? I'm just cool. Yeah, and that's just in this bubble, guys. But you have to understand every bubble. It's like Spider-Man and Fish People and Aquaman and everything. It's like, mm, not everyone has a dog or cat for a pet. Not everyone has a pet. If they don't have a pet, there has to be a different observer. If there's a different observer, pets are the things, the creatures that you get the most basic with. Okay, if you're feeling shitty and you just want to like curl up on the couch with the dog, they're there for you. If you're having a hard day and you snap at them, you snap the shit at them and they're like, what the fuck? Probably when they have a what the fuck moment here, in backwards land in the other higher self realm, they're probably having a blast. And that's probably why these, Satanists are always doing dark things to make their higher selves more powerful in that land. So like, mm, when you're doing good here, like, let's say if somehow Sawyer, the girl dog who's fertile, is connected, who has a male soul, is connected to Austin Lee Meredith's male flesh in a higher self fashion. Through, let's say, my wife's dog somehow, because we have to make an X or something. And I'm all super lovey-dovey with her. That means that he feels like garbage up there. Now, it's a little backwards, I know. But it makes sense. Like, I'm his devil. And when I'm all happy with Kitty Kitty, maybe it causes her pain and suffering, anguish. And, like, I'm her devil. Or something like that. And when I feel pain, they're loving it. So it's balanced. This is the last time A negative? What does that mean? A negative. Okay. So like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's old. Oldness. Oh, you want to start a race war over blood now? Because of no, we have five continents, guy. And there's been 4 ages. And we haven't gone into the 5th age yet. But we're close. We'll create a 52 guy. There's five continents here, and we're gonna raise 2. Capital Z, the n plus 2 of God guy, because this is n plus 2 Earth in this configuration. This will be n plus 2 Earth, the biggest chunk. The next biggest chunk will be n plus 1 Earth, and this will be n. Like, or whatever, God n or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the other way around. Fuck. The biggest piece will be n plus 2. The smallest piece will be n plus 1, and the rest, the 64 point whatever percent, will be n. Our educated minds think of reality in the n plus 4 state. We have to go 9 steps away from that to get back to the Trinity. The correct way of thinking about the Trinity. We have 5 continents. We're going to merge with 2 other realities, with a third reality consisting of infinite possible sub-realities, which just might be space or land in the waters for life to evolve on. Like, I don't know how else better to say that. And it all starts with blowing up my wife with the battery mind blast, black hole explosion. We're the cell. Yeah, no, that's what the whole umbilical cord analogy was supposed to mean. I forgot. What does a blood cell look like? You know, a life preserver, a torus. How many are there? We're floating around in space, guy. We're bubbles in a battery. So I do think that the go away with that. The cells to the machine. No, we're definitely right at this stage of consciousness. I don't think we're the matter that makes up the machine. If you were to think of a reality beyond ours, n plus 20,000, our whole existence could be in a speck of sand or a piece of material they used to develop their battery. It's still thinking in an infinite loop. So I think, like, again, 11th dimension of family, I've connected, I believe, with my family to make a life preserver. Not for my family, but for everyone here. And 2 different worlds worth of pseudo you guys, doppelgangers. So that we create an environment to create all of the fucking blood cells we want. The white blood cells. White is the knowledge, it's the spirit. We are combating an infection, guy, of a bigger being that we can't even comprehend. I am literally creating a landing pad to create more white blood cells. Maybe like we're the virus that caused something bad. I don't know, red blood cells. I don't know this biology shit. I fucking hate words I can't pronounce, so I don't remember it. But just, you hear what I'm saying? We're converting bad stuff to good stuff. We're extracting the bad stuff and keeping the good stuff. And the good stuff can do, like, what's it called, mitosis or meiosis, like cell splitting, and it's what that would be. Once I make my donut, the next person to make a battery, or the next, like, if we have a dedicated time and we turn on like 400,000 batteries all at once, that one cell will turn into 400,000 different Mandrobot set realities. They'll be giants, guy. They're not gonna be giants. Yeah, no more race wars, no more blood wars. Everything's retarded. A bunch of stupid Kevins out there in the flesh, but they're they're duality, guy. They're trust me on this. They're a dude in the flesh matrix with a female in the flesh, male soul, like matrix, like AI or something. I don't know, like consciousness, subconsciousness. I must be really boring you. He's sleeping, so maybe I'm connecting to her and she's asleep, or I don't know. Maybe when he's sleeping, I'm talking like this. She and Amber Graves is getting like wake up with like a mind blast from hell. Creating the platform for Armageddon. I get. Yeah, Armageddon, as in like you always thought that word meant bad stuff. What if it meant like regenerating white blood cells? Like, you ever associate regeneration of white blood cells in a bigger organism with Armageddon before? Probably not. If we don't do this, our blue eye of a giant is gonna get a cataract. And everything's gonna go out of focus and be whatever. It's life. It's life. Energy is life. Life is energy. Period. The more we have, the more life there is. There is no more need for division. You have to see through the bubbles, guy. You have to see through the invisible lines of division, for fuck's sakes. And in her reality, they need to subtract the obvious lines of division. I swear to God that they're going to come here with more technologically advanced everything and make our stuff look like garbage. It's literally Fry in Futurama. I'm Fry. I wake up and everything's fucking awesome because all this new tech is showing up and it makes all our stuff antiques and stuff and useless. But we're more emotionally the word for that because I'm an alien that's not emotionally whatever advanced or stable. I don't know. But as humans in general, as an Alex, you guys should all be pretty good with your feelings. As a Kevin, you guys are more alien than Alex. You hear me? So they're gonna be dry and cold and cynical or God knows what guy and like who knows infertile and maybe this will fix that. So they're gonna be like again, they're probably like this when it comes to highs and lows in their emotions where we can be like this. It's the same but different, it's just different scales. It's you know what I mean? There's no more need to ever be like pissed off at any peoples ever again. So I'm tired of repeating myself in circular argument. I think they used the right platform to explain my point of view on the I don't know the map and everything. I'm like I think I think this is pretty cool. I think how it's based on this is pretty cool. You know, they're just little lessons in life that we need to learn. Okay? Like, I don't know if I should do that. Oh, taking away my bridges and shit. You know, like, you be the judge of what you think is going on here. Okay? But, like, I don't know if it's going to stay like this and make a new two-dimensional map of these types of looking. Because light can bend, guy. Because light can bend in air. Because light can bend in air. Okay? If you have a bunch of cells. That 2D map right there is a depiction of three very large bubbles joining. Okay? Now, to make these very large bubbles, we need every bubble from everyone in Whoville. That's the whole Horton Hears a Who thing. If we get everyone to get wise to the great deception of life, that we should come to the realization based on the work that the necessary evil from our controllers have created to this very moment. Bubbles, bubbles, guy. Lots of bubbles coming in. Maybe things will start changing. The matrix will start to change and become more balanced. We will start to calm down the dragon lady, the beast, the phoenix. I can't just go to her and start talking to her about this. We need to all work on our higher selves and the conceptualization of reality to calm the matrix down, to literally calm our subconscious down, I think. You know? When you start changing too many things in the Inception movie, the subconscious starts to get aggressive. If you're blatantly acting too much like a Kevin, the Matrix tries to fix that. And you go through Job. But I want not you guys to go through Job. I'll go through Job. The last time. Fair? So, like, I do think it's like three bubbles becoming one, but there's like an infinite number of tiny little teeny bubbles going to join. If we're going to be ejecting bubbles, whatever. I don't want to think like that. I don't think you can. Even in a vacuum, bubbles, once they're in, they're in. It's like Fibonacci. You cannot go forward without bringing everything with you that you've previously created. That should be comforting to some. The evil people, you have to forgive and forget and love and everything like that. But I'm just saying, necessary evil to be smart, because we're all a bunch of fucking Mortys. We're all a bunch of Kevins. You gotta learn how to be Alexes. Fucking bring forth the land of cats and dogs. They're gonna be humanoids. They're just different. They're gonna see us as cats and they're gonna see us as dogs. We're gonna see them as humanoids. And we're gonna have different blood, and that's about it. And you're gonna have to accept that. Or not. All our bubbles are staying. We're gonna get two giant bubbles into our bubble, probably with a shit ton of micro bubbles. That's the best way I can explain it. I can't believe Bubbles actually exists as a YouTube person and follows me. Like, I just really want to say, like, what is that? Like, CIA agent or something? I mean, I don't know. Like, this is retarded. You know, if the observers are a dog and cat, maybe we're just like blood cells in a dog or cat or a fox. We're in a fox. We're probably the red blood cells of a. We're probably like a fox in some kind of reality is like getting ill, and we're there to bring it back to health cellularly. Imagine in a land of dogs and cats of LH positives and LH negatives, if they had a baby, they'd have a fox. Where the fox's genesis would either be positive or negative based on the mathematics of genealogy where they're from. Yeah. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm all done. This was fun. I'm I'm words. Look at all these words. I did well. Cool. I like doing good. Yes. There's no fear. If you live without fear, you live in the best possible situation. Yes, revealing, exactly. Uncovering of hidden knowledge. That's all it means. Yes, everyone who part of the collective, they're gonna be hard to break, and they're like the Bible collective and everything. Yes, I think that the breaking belief system of yeah, it's what the devil is the person that makes you question your reality. If you question your reality and it changes, then that's the end of humanity. You've evolved. You're something new now. You're the next evolution of human. Whatever Athal. Okay? And I don't know about physical mortality, but I think that we have conquered time, and if we've conquered time, that could mean that again, astral travel. You can go visit the Declaration of Independence, not in this reality, but in like another reality. You know, the same kind of event for them, like in a microsecond of the now. If you could live an infinite number of lifetimes without passing time in the now, but everyone else can be, you know what I'm saying? Time is relative. Maybe we don't have to slaughter animals anymore to eat them because they're like the higher selves of something else, and everyone's treated as a god. Maybe we don't have to eat anymore. I don't know. Maybe we do eat. I don't know, guy. But it just it's what's that movie with what's his face? Shakespeare. It was A Midsummer's Night Dream or something. Go watch that movie with Robin Williams, I think, or something, or some guy. Yeah, exactly. It's consciousness immortality. You still got to take care of your universe, guy. Your flesh. Yeah, yeah. Trade. It's nuts, man. So like, cool. Well, time stopping. Like again, I'm gonna leave with this. If they're not talking about cellular creation or cellular mathematics, they're just wasting time. Okay? There are many different things in society all around you, but once you learn about the cellular nature of everything, and then you go back to what you're interested in, you will pick up the most exquisite things in the fastest speed possible. Probably even when you're learning about cellular nature of energy, it'll remind you of what you used to do. I don't want to go look at everyone's work because I don't need any more like flair. I got like 42,000 pieces of flair. I'm convinced that this is like my bubble. And like I need to convince people of this concept because you're just one removed from me. And I need my family, I believe, my created family to think about this. Because I think some of them know ish. But I think this changes all the bad for everyone into good. Not only like us, but like a whole other like the whole other pseudo world of us. And if every bubble in Earth stays, that means like your higher self from the other two bubbles are both like it's gonna be like Trinity. This is like literally the citadel of us because there's gonna be three Kevins and three Alexes and three everyone's. Okay, it's gonna be like nuts. So it's just you gotta look at the cellular nature of the math of our reality. And then you go listen to songs, man. Go listen to lyrics. Go watch movies. It's undeniable. You can see their point of view as a creator because they know a story. They were told a story. They weren't told all the infinite intricacies of the mathematics, I bet. But like Radiohead seems pretty savvy. I don't know if they're all this. You gotta work at it, right? So it's just, it's interesting. And if these people aren't looking at things cellularly and you see them not looking at it cellularly, why do I have to be the one going up to everyone saying, look at this shit? I, I don't work well with others, and they don't seem to respond well to me at all. I'm not allowed to say that I have the answer, I guess, to others. I guess I'm just not allowed to. It's just fine. That's why there's like 12 disciples, and like that's a 13, and shit like that, from a story. But like, literally, guys, you guys are doing awesome. Okay, I just want, like, I feel great. I feel heavy at times, but like, this is like pouring out of me now, and I'm understanding Like what the hell, guy? You guys are my 12th dimensional family. Okay? Combined with my 11th dimensional family, that's a 23 dimensional family. Jim Carrey, the number 23. 23 circles is 24D reality, which is a 42D reality, which I think is what we were going to cellularly. There's a great band. I like bands. I don't need to do anything. I just, it's in everything since all of time. Like literally, it's in everything of all of time. Like every music. Like people share with me their music, and like I'm not down with a lot of it, but a lot of it I make it through, and I'm like, I get it. I get it. I don't need to watch Justin Bieber to understand that fucking cellular creation isn't music, guy. I don't. I'd rather smash my head against like something really sharp and spiky. Okay? Like I understand the MK Ultra that's happening to us all the time. The MK Ultra of the creation code that's in everything is there to enslave your mind. Yes, but it's also there for when you wake up to the truth. And when you wake up to the truth, you can look at it in anything you like in your life and you're going to see the same numbers. That's all it fucking means. I don't have to go look at everything. Trust me. It's it's that. It's in everything, and the more in your face it is all based on the creator's knowledge and the depth of their Madrigal knowledge of the subject. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Bono is pretty in the know. I'm pretty sure Radiohead is pretty in the know. Pretty sure whatever top 40 American grandstand, whatever garbage music, pop, and whatever fucking thing from like UK or fucking I don't know, Bollywood. It's in everything. It's in Japanese. Okay, the 5, 6, 7, 8s from Kill Bill guy. Really? The 5, 6, 7, 8s. Oh, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse band. Really? Really? From one of the oldest dynasties, Japanese dynasty. The absolute left hand of God. Really? The 49. There's four columns, and they're gonna go all the way down to nine. The 49 gates of the Titans and the 49 gates of whatever the fuck. Really? The 5, 6, 7, 8s. Really? I just come on. It's like playing T-ball now. It's so easy to decode. So I'm just interesting things. I find interesting things in all the time. It's our jobs to decode reality. Exactly. It's our jobs down here, down here. It's our world, our time. Up there is his time. Goonies guy, and that our time's over once we go up Troy's bucket. What's Troy? Plus Roy. I'm fucking Roy. Rick and Morty? Roy? Troy's bucket? Yeah, worm plus wood is more when yawn. Let's all lose our minds. Guys, fucking retarded now. It's neat. If you see shit in things, I would highly recommend creating your own content about showing the cellular nature of shit and putting your own words and whatever, man. If you see numbers, do it. If you see patterns, do it. You start slow, you make mistakes, you start evolving. Once you start doing the same thing that I did, that's when I believe you will find your higher self. Seriously, guy. It's your matrix just as well as my matrix. All the difference is that I'm making a 1 by 9 with my name, and your name might be a whole bunch of different Tetris pieces, but at the end of the day, it's all circled by one line. And there'll be a different cipher. I'm just so happens to be lucky that my cipher goes with, I don't know, table creation for some fucking reason. I don't know. Or you start the journey of creating your own cellular energy world and connecting with that higher self after this first one's done, and I think it'll be a lot easier to do once the first one's made. That's just my thoughts on it all. We have to understand the 11D family, realize the 10th dimensional shift because of 21 or KJ to create an environment where my extended 12th dimensional family, which is you guys, can go through time with more ease of learning about cellular nature of energy and your genesis to create abundance for worlds exponentially. It's like creating Coruscant, guy. So cool. I think this is the greatest thing ever. But now I know that I'm connected to my higher being, but I've always known, I just didn't know how to explain. Guy, you know how hard this is to explain? With numbers? Like, I didn't know I was going to go here. But, like, that's the thing. I've had this for a while. I didn't know what it meant. You start looking into every story ever told, you start seeing patterns, you start evolving. I'm literally thinking of the mathematics now, not just of this matrix, but of a different one, like simultaneously. And there's gotta be more. There's four of them, guy. There's another one, and then a fourth one, which is of many, of all the uncirclednesses circled. We're nothing special. We're young peoples. I think slavery has expired. 2143 months, 2018 is 125. 12/25, December 25th. Doesn't make sense that they called it BC. Like, why? Why would they say BC when C was alive? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I know. Yeah, they don't even like yeah, the Saturn, that's the whole Saturn thing. It's all in fours, guy. It's in fours. It's 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 the cellular cellular regeneration uh, uh, um happens in a tetrahedron. But what does a tetrahedron have? Four two-dimensional faces and four vertices and six edges, guy. It's a fucking 14. It's a 15, it's a 16, it's a 17 because it's a Q. Cellular regeneration happens in terms of Q. You build off a Q with another Q. Star Trek God Q. It's tetrahedrons. 4, 4, 6. 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's knowledge of the right hand. All 9 rows in terms of G. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. Anyways, an hour and a half. Yeah, so cools. Oh, Jupiter was quick. Really, Zeus. Zeus reels the fifth age. Hey, Zeus. You can all say hey. What's Marcel? So that's Marcel. I don't know what that means. What's Canon? Is that something I should know? Q Anon? Q Anon? I don't know what that means. But yeah, Q. Q is important. What is that? They have a show called like ARV or ARQ? Raw V? Raw Q? Wake up! I think Netflix has it. Yeah, I am, guy. Yeah, yeah, it's like France, man. Like, wow. So, language. Lots of work to be done here. Lots of work, lots of work. But like literally, I think the paradigm shift starts with you believing in your higher self. And if you care about my mission, indirectly, you're helping your higher self and helping a scenario happen up there that hopefully speeds up time here and the resolution of the scenario down here. And our time down here. God, no, does anyone know what I'm talking about with that? That's what I'm gonna end with. Yes, yes.
Chester Copperpot! Don't you guys see? Don't you realize? He was a pro. He never made it this
CCP?
far. Look how far we've come. We got a chance. Chance at what, Mikey? Getting killed? Look, if we keep going, someone's really gonna get hurt. Maybe dead. Besides, we gotta get to the police. Maybe Chunk already got to the police. Maybe Chunk is dead. Don't say that. Never say that. Goonies never say die.
See? Okay, right there. Right there. What that means is if you have fear and doubt, something bad is possible. If you have no fear of death, then you're invincible. You know? Because you are living in the best possible situation of your current reality. You gotta look on the bright side of life, right? Don't think about you're not gonna have something happen or whatever. Always be positive. And if you make that known to your higher self, probably by talking to the animals, they don't have to be your pets. I guess they could be any animals. You're literally talking to someone's higher self that might be gravitated towards you indirectly in some other reality. But if you fear shit and think of bad stuff, they have a party and bad stuff happens down here.
I'm not a goonie. I want to go home. I forgot. But still, don't you realize? The next time you see Sky, it'll be over another town.
It'll be over another town. Really? Came out of nowhere?
The next time you take a test, it'll be in some other school.
Yeah, not the current schools we have. They're pretty useless.
Our parents, they want the best of stuff for us. But right now they gotta do what's right for them. Cause it's their time. Their time. Up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here. That's all over the second we ride up Troy's bucket.
Okay, well, if I'm Roy and they don't want to go up Roy's bucket, what does that mean? What does that mean? Plus Roy. They, oh my God, it's backwards, guy. Oh wow. Do you see the symbolism, how backwards it is? Their bubble needs to go up the bucket to join Troy, to be plus with Roy. Rick and Morty, you want to join Roy's bubble. Wow. So they're stuck in survival mode. They want to keep doing their own thing, like busy little worker bees, running around going nowhere. And at the end, they get all these jewels and shit and come out victorious. They get diamonds, guy. That's not how it works. I see why they use that, but it's you want to join the bubble of Roy. That's all it means. It's the words they use. Yeah, they don't want to join for the adventure, but yeah, I get it. I get it now. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. How many are there? Like, we're like 7 of them, or he needs air. He needs air. His bubble needs more air. Anyways, then yeah. So cool. Troy is just a plus Roy. That's all. Uh, whoa, what's 4chan? Yeah, there's an immense amount of work to be done because everything ever has to be revised. Yes, because you have a new point of reference. All it is on 4chan is questions. Huh. Time created slavery. No, I know it's the knowledge of the cellular nature. Like literally, I think I know. I literally, this is what I think. No, time didn't create slavery. What created slavery were the Jesuits. It's the Jesuit order or whatever order it was. They needed to incept an idea. You can't be told what the Matrix is. You have to experience it for yourself. For fuck's sakes. You can't be told about cellular creation. You have to come up with it on your own because of it's an incepted idea. They have accomplished their task in my mind. Time didn't create slavery. The the pseudo Masons did. Okay, the Golems, the Logans, the Anglos created slavery because they needed to. They had to. I think they just realized this in like the last 100 years that they were using it to further themselves. But I think like I don't know why. I just think that. Okay, time is there, guy. It's just time is only perceived by the observer in relation to their higher self. Time, who did we created time? Yeah, of course we all have time because we all have a concept of what the time is now here and what the time is in our higher self's realm. And that's only like happened recently, guy, to think like that. Now you have a starting point. You have a frame of reference of time. Think of it that way. You know who the observers are. You know who the characters are. You know what the game is. You know what we have to do. We have to have wireless energy. The only way I have wireless energy is probably that thing. I think it does something. It creates a black hole, guy, and when two black holes connect, they need a third because it creates the Euphrates rivers of Revelation 16. It goes one, two, three, makes three new one-dimensional line. Instead of balance, probably it's going to be again, it's not the Saturn matrix, it's not the Jupiter matrix, it's not the Neptune matrix. It's going to be the Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn matrix, and we all have to abide by the golden laws of number. So the only concept of time that Kevin has is the amount of time it takes somebody else in a different reality to turn on a device, and where I am now in relation to turning on the same device in the flesh here. And as far as I can tell, we're a little bit far away of that actually happening. Not negative Roy. I mean double negative Roy? Positive Roy? Positive Roy, yeah, positive Roy. But like, yeah, ancient city of plus Roy. Roy is just an interesting number. It must be. It's like what? It's a 112 558. What's that? Right? That's Roy, right? Roy. 18, 15, 25. 112558. So that would be like what? 117. That'd be 11578, which would be a 11128, which will be a 11110. Look at that guy. It's one, two, three, four ones and 10. Hmm. Okay. So, okay. Roy is. Sorry. Roy is 11110. So that's like. It's a 41 guy. It's a 42. If you think about it. Anyway. Or it's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All together now, 6. So, anyway. Yes, we are scattered as a higher self. Your higher self will not be like in the same relationship. Like I said, I think that because people from different places of this earth are connecting with me, I think that all these people that are scattered all over the earth right now that are connecting with me are all like in the same city in that reality. Start thinking like that. Not everyone got hit by the mind blast yet. In that reality, only the closest people to the source of the mind blast. They need to tell us everything upside down, backwards, and flipped so we understand the 369 relationship. The nine's the truth, and there's bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. But yeah, there's a galactic time. Obviously, there's a galactic time. What does that mean? I mean, like, there's always in relation to what? If you want to imagine that you're gonna bring with you, conjure up every civilization since the beginning of the first person to make time, you can't. It's an infinite loop. Galactic. You need a point of reference, guy. You need a point of reference. Point of reference to me would be like when I had the idea that the Earth actually evolves and like instead of Magneto lifting continents above the Earth, they're gonna merge out of the water. I don't know. Who fucking cares? I just think there's gonna be other landmasses. I think that there is a new starting point with the idea of this concept. The end point being the realization of this concept, which will begin the new fifth age with the realization of more Earth. You get that? The fifth age doesn't start until the battery's on and we have like wireless energy, I think. And it makes sense that it's wireless because of, again, why the fuck is cattle way up here? Cattle is here because the guys in the plains have leather belts on. There's leather straps in the plane. The only death can pay for life. You need to find all the souls of everything. Everything from our bubble goes with us. Even the dead fucking bugs in the jet engines. That's why the insects are here. And then the beasts, the last thing, the passengers, the people. In the planes, guy. So, I don't know if what people want to keep time of these things, but I mean, I don't know anything about galactic time. I don't even know what that means. But I mean, 12 to 60 matrix, yeah, like 12, like, come on, that's 1260. It can be all derived on here, okay, guy? It's a 1 to 60. First of all, I think it's 1 to 60 millimeters, which is an which is a 13, 13, 26 God. 1 to 60 God ratio. Well, you gotta understand 1 to 7 to 13, and 13 is just circle 12, okay? And then you're all your stuff. So we got this, I think. I don't know what you guys synchronization lines up with your state of math. Yeah, I know. Like, I want to know some. I want to know someone who does ley line shit. I want to know guys that do tectonic plate stuff. I want to know people that look at the bubble, people that know the bubble. You know, ley lines, magnetic poles, fuck all that shit. Everything needs to be looked at. You know, water currents, everything. There are 14 swirling eddy currents entering this. 5 are coming from the air, and the rest of them, the other 9, are coming from underneath water, already submerged. Okay, how many oceans do we have? How many fucking giant eddies do we have? Where are their locations? We know what we need to do. Where are the four corners of the earth? Bullshit. They're not four corners of the earth. They're four corners of the horizontal plane. And you need to know where the four corners of the earth are to get your horizontal, your level, so you know how much to fill it up for its 6/7 full. It's all that shit. There's a lot of shit. You need engineers. We need like people that do electronics. We need people that do like actually like milling and 3D printing and fabricating it and like literally know what kind of plastic to use and all this garbage, guy, and bearings and metallurgies and stuff. And what kind of metal do we want? What kind of like how do we get all the fucking minerals we want in that water? We're gonna electrolysis everything? We need everything. How do we get everything? What is the best source of everything? Yeah, ley lines. Ley lines. I mean, that's quintessential. I mean, just look at the UN map at the 2/8 that are like just water. Like, what the hell's with that? What's special about those ley lines? Does it look like they're landing pads for anything maybe right now? We should get a Google shared Google Earth ley line file. There. Yes. That's exactly. So there's lots of work to do. I mean, it's first of all, okay, we need more people from Whoville, I think. You know, I need to be judged by more people, I guess, or something. So like that needs to happen. And it's just we need to have a wider acceptance of the wrongness of your reality. It's one of nine. You know what I'm saying? The n plus 4 version of reality is just one part of it. It's one of nine, guy. It's like if it's a race to get the other one by nine, like I mean, we're going nowhere fast. So we got this. Okay, so I know, like you guys can put in your own words. I encourage that. Okay, I can't be the one talking about this. Okay, literally, I think that there's something special about me. I think I have picked up on the need to spread this idea because it was by some kind of divine inception. Like, I couldn't write this story and fabricate it out of nowhere, even if I tried, guy. And like 3 years ago, if you would ask me about like this, I would have probably walked away from you. But, you know, I think this is what it is. There's too many synchronicities that are all like Kevin. It's too much. It's like it's my maze. It's meant for me to see it, but it's not mine. I share it with my twin flame. And we're linked to a parallel universe with two other life beings and their twin flames who are linked to because they're linked to like their god's reality with two other twin flames and on it's cellularly guy and it only means that if a 3 is a 1 in pool, if a 3 makes a 1, that means that the 1 is actually a 2. It's like a left and a right hand bracket because we live in a world of duality. It's a masculine and a feminine to make a 1 of a family. And then that is your life raft. That's your lifesaver. That's your blood cell. That's your life preserver. For everyone else, all the little ants on it, to throw life preservers out into the waters, guy. It's exactly what it means. Sawyer's, they're both sleeping, guy. Like, we got, we got that one, like, dreaming. And we got this one, like, on my shelf. So, I think that's good. We're almost at, like, yeah, we're good. We're good, right? Is there anything else? I've completely changed my demeanor. You can't piss me off anymore. If you say something I don't like, I'm just gonna go like, oh, what a sad Kevin. What a sad Kevin. What a weak Kevin. I can't believe there's Kevins that weak and sad. It makes me sad to have people be ignorant to me now. So, like, I got that's what it feels like. I got my armor on now. It's like I it doesn't affect me anymore. It's like you can't you can't I can't get mad anymore because it's sad because you're me. We are one. Like you're not me. You're in my matrix. You're in my womb, guy. You're in my womb and every one of you is like my wife in a way. And she's the most Alex of all the Kevins, and I'm the most Kevin of all the Alexes. And we made babies, and whatever it is right now in time doesn't matter. Because if I can if I can go from a 4 to a 13 and back to a 4, it's like going from fucking air to water to air in the machine. It's what it is. It's going from a 4-3-4. It's what it is. 4 to a 13 to a 4. If I can go back to a 4 or something, mm, I don't even think that matters, but I think she needs to be blown up first. I do. To conjure up, because it can't be me. Because I'm doing this for her. She's the goddess of Rick and Morty. It's like, I knew that if I put the helmet on one of the smart Jerrys, they'd look at you like I do, a goddess. And then, all the shit stopped. All the games ended. It was like fucking Zap, like pterodactyl ant lady bitch gone. So like, yeah, I'm cool with this. You have to be a special kind of fool to be cool with this. But I'm numb. Like, people are just people. So what can we do? I wonder if I can turn Morty into Kevin. I wonder if that's like a thing. Anyway, rest easy. Okay, guys, cheers. I'm going to pass out now. I'm glad I got it all out. I think I did like in chunks. Do you prefer the chunk videos or the long videos? I'm just I don't know. I'm just wondering, the little ones or the big ones? How do you know if someone's your true love? You're willing to break reality for them. I I don't know. I I looked at her and she was golden. First time I saw her, she had literally gold, like aura. And the first thing in my head was not like, damn, it was like she looks so maternal and like younger and everything. And I was like I said like you look maternal or paternal. You look like a mother. You look like mom. Like that's like literally you don't think that when you look at women mostly like new in a bar. You don't go like that would be a good mom for the earth, because she's golden. Like I didn't ever think of that, but now I think about it, it makes me laugh and smile because I saw the goddess of her back then. But like anything innocent, like a child, they get corrupted by the collective, I guess. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know, guy. I don't know. It is the way it is. Dante's Inferno stuff, really? I don't really. It's a video game or something. I don't know. I don't know, guy. Don't worry about the soulmate. Don't worry about it. Like, I think that if you're worried about it, after we turn on the first battery, you're gonna get help from your higher self, and it's gonna get easier. I think everything somehow is some way is gonna get easier. That's all I think so. Just, just I don't know how. I can't explain it. I just think it's gonna be easier. Yeah, you gotta break reality. Yeah, it's like everything's corrupted, guy. Everything. I don't know why. Shit happens, man. You're going through your own version of Job. Think of it that way. We're all going through our own version of Job. Seriously. I just hope that after this version of Job, it won't be a Job anymore. It'll just be a job. But Homer's Dante. That sounds like a book. But yeah. Yeah. It's like being slapped in the face with like the biggest fish of life. Like Moby Dick fish. It's like that's what it feels like. I didn't go to work for 8 days, guy. I just stopped. Like reality for me. Like literally reality stopped. I didn't go to work. I can't go to work. I can't go to work right now. Even right now I couldn't go to work. I don't think I could think about anything. I'd be like working at whatever job I do and like seeing the Matrix and the French fries or something. That means you have fear. That that you gotta be not fear. That's fear, guy. I don't. Is not in my vocabulary. Okay. I'm a Mexican. So like, you know, if you live in fear, you'll create your own bubble of fear. That's not how Kevin's work. Kevin's are like Rick's. We don't have fear. Shoot them. They're just robots. And the Matrix, because it's designed, okay, to mind fuck you at all times. When you shoot the robot, it'll be like, oh, my family. Okay, literally, they don't have families. They're just robots. They're just tugging your heartstrings to confuse you. Like you gotta be Rick. You can't be fear. There's no fear. Goonies don't say die. Exactly. There's nothing to donate to. I don't accept donations. I don't have donations. I destroyed that because of some other crazy person. It seemed like the Matrix turned against me once I tried to get some sort of thing started. So that just tells Kevin that Kevin's not the one supposed to be doing the fundraising. Do you understand me with this? I tried it. The Matrix got ugly. I turned it off. Matrix not been ugly ever since. Okay? It's like the subconscious is reacting because to preserve slavery. Okay? You need more people to get it. If it's the same thing as the story of Job, I don't want to look into anything. I don't even look into anything. I am done with mythology of your fucking land. This Kevin is full. He has all the flair he needs. I don't need to look at anything. If you need to look into shit to fucking figure out and convince yourself, then go nuts. I am done looking. I'm done. I'm so tired of looking. I want to do. I want to be happy. I want to just do and be happy. Like, really? How hard is it to make a device and put someone in front of it and turn it on and walk away? Like, how hard is that to fix everything? Doesn't seem that hard. I'm pretty sure that they already have these things made, and they just need someone from immaculate conception of an idea that hasn't been told any of the details by any of the people involved to understand every detail, or to understand enough details to give them enough sense of comfort that he understands the details somehow, and then to just like treat the Antichrist, hey, sorry for like enslaving you for all those years. Oh, that's okay. We needed to involve. Thanks. 5D Earth. Okay, you go stand here. Go stand here. Everyone ready? Everyone have diapers on? Everyone take their pants off. Ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah! Shit turns to gold. Now, that's my reality. That needs to happen. That's what my higher self is working on. My higher self isn't working on anything else. My higher self isn't like, but wait a minute. Shouldn't I read a bunch of books first? No, we're pretty like we're pretty streamlined on the next steps, I think. So again, Horton Hears Who. We all have to want to shit our pants and watch it turn to gold. I'm asking myself. I know. It's like the Matrix of Kevin knows that Kevin doesn't have an idea perfectly grasped, so the Matrix is telling a Kevin to tell the Alex most Kevin to answer a Kevin question. You don't know what it's like to have your mind in two different realities now, but that'd be like four people. Guy. So I can't wipe it clean. I can't. It just seems so like perfect. But like this is hilarious, okay? Now we're over 2 hours. Okay, we're gonna call it quits. I think I've Kevined enough of your Kevin time. So now I'm even laughing because we always say everyone good? Okay? Okay? Okay in like India language means like I heard the words you said. Doesn't mean I understand you. Trust me. Japanese people, same thing. When they say okay, it means I heard the words you said. Does not mean they understand you. But AK, like Alex Kevin, it's like a 111. It's just an O with a line being the zeroth dimensional singularity that connects it to the K. The bubble of the K and the O. It's just AK, really. Think about it. Maybe the line from the A is the dot, and the extra one from the 11 is the circle. But anyway, you're up. Okay, well, I'll let you have some time. Because this is all they really want to see. This is all they want to see all the time. I am not a crook. I am not a crook. This is all with him. I could wipe him clean, like like this. Okay, so like, okay, guy. Oh, you're jealous. Okay, so there, everyone's here. Okay, we're all on board on the retarded spaceship. Okay, so your bubbles in check. Your bubbles in check. We're all bubbles here. Is this the magnificent triple eight right here? Fucking right, it is. See, always has to win. All right, I'm gonna be done now. Good night. Fucking kitty kitty. You're sleeping the whole time, and I'm done, and you're done. Yeah.